Holly is lifting weights, and without thinking about it, her muscles are contracting. The process of contracting your muscles is not something that you sit there and think about doing or map out how it's going to happen. It's just does it automatically. Your muscles go through a process in a matter of seconds, and I will show you the breakdown of that. When the process of contracting a muscle occurs, the brain first sends a signal down the spinal cord and the process begins. The signal the brain sends is called a nerve signal, and it enters through the motor neuron fiber. When this occurs, this makes calcium enter the synaptic knob. When the nerve signal arrives, that causes the calcium voltage gate ion channel to open. Calcium then stimulates exocytosis in the synaptic vesicle, and they contain acetylcholine. When that is triggered, acetylcholine is released into the synaptic cleft. That is the green particles in the picture shown traveling down. The acetylcholine receptor is connected to the sarcolemma. Acetylcholine binds to the receptor. When acetylcholine binds to the receptors, it opens up and sodium comes in and potassium goes out. When the voltage gates open, it causes an action potential. As action potential is occurring, it spreads over the sarcolemma and enters the T-tubule. The T-tubule is a purple tube going down the middle of the picture. When it's going down the T-tubule, voltage-gated channels open in the T-tubule. This causes calcium gates to open in the sarcoplasmic reticulum. You can see in the picture the calcium is leaving the blue portion, and that is the sarcoplasmic reticulum. When calcium releases by the sarcoplasmic reticulum, it binds to the troponin in the picture. Calcium is the purple dot on the top of the orange dot. They stick to the tropomyosin, blocking the binding sites. In order for everything to bond properly, tropomyosin has to change shape so the active sites can be exposed. The active sites are the red dots. In the top, the myosin head has ADP and is trying to make ATP. Its head's attached, and it wants its head to attach to something. To the right, the myosin heads attach to the actin and form cross bridges. The cross bridge that forms allows actin and myosin to interact. On the bottom, once the myosin head has attached, they rotate towards the center of the sarcomere, causing a power stroke. And to the left, while the power stroke is occurring, ATP is binding to the myosin head, and the cross bridges detach their cells from the actin. This causes the nerve stimulation to cease, and the acetylcholinesterase removes actin from the receptors, and the removal causes the muscle to contract. After the muscle has contracted, it needs to relax. In order for it to relax, the sarcoplasmic reticulum absorbs the calcium back up. This requires ATP. When calcium goes back into the sarcoplasm, it causes everything to change shape again. While things are changing, the tropomyosin returns to covering the active sites, and the whole process starts all over again to contract the muscle. The body can do amazing things in a blink of an eye. Excitation, contraction, coupling is an example of it. It's a reaction that happens in your body instantly. Thank you for watching. Hope this helps you better understand excitation, contraction, coupling.